Hello everybody. You might be asking yourselves, Fudgesicles, why are you standing next to your whiteboard, mounted on your wall, recording a video? And to that I say, it's because if Pixel isn't going to make middle case cursive letters, then it's my job. So let's dive into these monstrosities I've created for every single letter of the cursive alphabet. I don't know why I wrote B, because first letter of the alphabet is A, as hopefully a lot of you guys know. If you don't, then why are you watching this video? Go learn the alphabet. So, this is a pretty hard one to start out with, because I couldn't just, change A. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, that got on some things, so I'm probably going to have to grab a wipe at the end of this video. So, what was I thinking with A? Well, my train of thought was, it's kind of like C and S and W in normal writing. You just size down the letter. So, I was thinking, size down uppercase, and make it middle case. Again, short and sweet one to begin with. Very big monstrosities coming up. That marker decided to stop working, so we're going to use this one for a while. The next letter on our list, or pretty much in the alphabet, is B. So this one also kind of troubled me, because, this one does not look like B. But this one does. But I can't just, create B and then, do that. At least that's what I thought of doing for a while. But what I thought of was this. That's supposed to be higher. What I thought of was this. And honestly, it's pretty good. It takes, this part down here and then the rest of B. Again, it doesn't look a lot like B. But this doesn't either. And we will get to G and I will be freaking out. I'm sorry in advance. But when we get to G, I will be crashing out. Anyway, B. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty standard. Pretty easy. C was another one where I just used it like A, so I'm not going to bore you with all the discussions. So I couldn't resize this, because then that would look more uppercase. But then that just looks like you're trying to draw the Mona Lisa halfway. That's not how you draw the Mona Lisa. What? Who am I kidding? Anyway, C, pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. D is one of those letters which is really hard to draw, apparently. D is one of those letters which I struggled with for a bit. And I came up with a design that is probably the worst thing I've ever drawn. It's gotta be up there with, however many deadly sins there are. I think there's 7. That was my original design. Feel free to go wash your eyes out. So what did I come up with for a better design? That. And again, it's a bad design. It looks like some kind of ghost. That's a terrible drawing. But it's way better than whatever this horseshoe thing was going to be. So I'm glad I've saved us from that. I'm just glad I've done something good for society. Good job, me. Sadly, unlike the horseshoe, I couldn't find a better idea for E. So you want to know what I came up with? That. And honestly, I'm open to suggestions for a new idea. But it's better than a horseshoe. Like, the horseshoe is just not. I just dropped my marker. Now? I'm sad. No, wait, snowmen have 3 of these. Well, what am I talking about? I'm not a snowman, I'm a fudgesicle. There's gonna be one person in the comments that's just like, why are you embarrassing yourself? Why are you so weird? Guys, I create content on YouTube. Embarrassing myself is a daily occurrence. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. What? Candy counts as food. How do you open this? Oh, there we go. Anyway. The next letter is... That's how you draw F, right? Whatever. None of these look like F. That's not an F, and that's not an F. This looks too much like a T. Well, it does represent a bit of F, which is actually how I came up with my design, but no spoilers. And this one is just trying to be a sideways stem thing. Well, I don't even know. Big fat sideways stem. So obviously I had to incorporate. I had to put a bit of F in my middle case design. So move over. Stupid lowercase. And honestly, I think we can make this the new uppercase. Obviously, yes, it would go beneath the line just like this. But, hey, I like this design. We should adopt this design. What am I putting my armrest on? There's no armrest there. Anyway, F. That's it. Oh boy. G. Bear with me. What is that? Like, I'm being dead serious. I'm asking the world what the heck this is. That is not anywhere remotely close to this. Who thought of drawing this and then putting it into the alphabet? Like,
That's such a great idea.
no, it's not. You have to be the dumbest person in the world to think of this design. Then you have to be the second dumbest person in the world to let it pass as the official letter. It's... You know what? You want to know what looks like G? The lowercase. And so, obviously, again, I had to incorporate G into the actual design, which is why I came up with that. Flame me in the comments. Put all the hate you want. But I do not... I was about to say I do not care, but I kind of do, because this is stupid. What is this? Like an alien hieroglyphic that came from, like, a UFO and just summoned this to existence? I've recorded this video 4 times. This is probably the least I've crashed out. It's just such a stupid design for a stupid letter. There goes my marker again. Once again, I'm sad. I don't have hair. What? Yes, I do. What am I talking about? H is a letter that is very much like that is a very, very, very good letter. I'm gonna move this over. But we're gonna break up the alphabet a bit here, because to talk about the design for H, we also have to talk about the design for however you draw a Y. Because I thought that the design for H was so good that I did it for Y. And the design is as follows. So then it would be like this. Right? Yeah. And I mean, hate all you want, but that just flipped is a very good design for both. And if you don't think so, then you really don't want to know what I was thinking about for H. Because the original design for H would have been that. No, wait, it was that. And that looks way too much like K, so I had to change it. And also it would have burned people's eyes, so I had to change it. So we got that. And now for Y, I was thinking like that or something. It is so hard to draw on this whiteboard. I've recorded this video. This is the 4th time. And cut me some slack, guys. I don't know why I designed I. But I'm open to more suggestions again. Because just put the dot in the middle. That's it. That's my entire design. I'm sorry, guys. I know I should have done better. I know people are expecting more from me, but it's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Not really. Because that is better than whatever that is. We're not going to bring it up again. Okay? I'm going to count how many times I bring G up in the video. So somebody do that and comment down below. Maybe I'll, I don't know, pin your comment maybe. That's all I got. It's a pretty good. There's nothing here. What am I pointing to? J is not the best letter. But to be fair, my design is a bit stupid. Honestly, I think I forgot my design. Wait, what was my design for J? I'm back. I remembered my design. Again, yes. It would also go beneath the line. I don't know if this goes above or below the line, but we'll just say it goes below the line for now. I mean, this is a very, very good letter. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it goes above the line because of the stupid F. Because F and J are so alike. Why are they the exact same letter? I'm talking about cursive, lowercase. I can't speak. Has G just gotten into my mind? GJ or whatever they call it. Anyway, that is my design, and it is one of my favorites. And we'll also see a few more of my favorites. Actually, the next one is my favorite. No, not my favorite. One of my favorites. But I'll just get right into it. K. Now, I had some options. I could either take this pretzel twist part and this. Kind of looks like a 45-degree rotated backwards pound symbol. Or I could take this candy cane part and the E. And I decided to do the better option, which first we're going to get rid of these. And to me, the better option was... No, that's not what it was. That was my option. And again, you guys can hate in the... No. I thought this looked exactly like the uppercase, but then the uppercase had the candy cane part, and I forgot. Anyway. This was my design for K, and honestly, it looks really good. Any oppositions? Don't care. It's my video. And you guys were the ones who clicked on it. Sorry, don't click off. You guys should subscribe. L was a letter I struggled with for a bit. That is not. L was a letter that I struggled with for a bit before finally finding a design that I liked. And one design that I came up with was to do that. Which I don't know why I would do that. Another design that I came up with was this. Which still looks too much like that. And that was a terrible way to write it. So what did I come up with? I decided to do that. Nope, not that. It pretty much just uses the top part and then cuts off this little part at the bottom. I don't know how to word it, but that's my design for L. I've got no problem with it. Another design that I hate is O, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're moving on to M. I've got to stop dropping my markers. M is not the best letter. Because I couldn't just resize this. So then I had to resize this one. Which still looks a lot like this, but I'm out of ideas. I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest, smartest person. It's exactly like M, actually. You just resize this one. And it actually looks pretty well. Well, pretty good. What am I? My speech is just messed up today. Must be a case of deja vu. From G. I've got to stop bringing that up. Oh boy. O was a letter that I struggled with for a very, very long time. And to be fair, I almost just wrote my design. I think that's how you do it. Probably without this though. So it would just be like that. Yeah. It's hard to think of a design that is too similar to O, but not similar enough to the letters. I mean, like, I could resize this up big, but then that would just look like a giant Mona Lisa. I'm not going to draw it again. My artistic skills are not the best, and we've learned that already. So you know what I did? I know, it's a disappointment, but it's... Wait, does this one work? I'm going to try and write it with this one. I know it's a disappointment, but... Oh yeah, it does. But that's all I can think of. Again, I need more suggestions for these letters. If none of y'all have suggestions, then I guess these are the letters that we're dealing with. Oh wait, hey! Green olive, black olive. Black olives are superior. Hope everybody knows that. I need more candy. I couldn't find any candy, but what I did find is a reason to start hating P. Because I couldn't just resize this to make it smaller. I forgot to write the line. I couldn't just resize this to make it bigger, because that would be more uppercase and it would just look stupid. I mean, I could do that, but that looks way too much like this, and it looks more uppercase. Ah, the floating P. So, what did I decide to do? I decided to go off track. But this is a very good design. And here's my reason why. Take one look at this letter, and then tell me how this looks more like G, then this looks more like a lowercase p. I can wait for a response on why this exists. I've got, like, trying to do the math in my head to see how many more years I have to live. If I keep on continuing this, someone's probably going to make it no more years. Now, who the heck thought to put cursive 2 as uppercase cursive Q? Oh, what do I mean by cursive 2? Yes, let me teach you. Normal 1, cursive 1. Normal 2, cursive 2. Normal 3, cursive 3. 5 is the odd one out. It is lonely. Ha. So am I. But we're getting off track. This is a letters video, not a numbers. You guys can come back in a later video if you want to, or if I want you to. How the heck are you supposed to draw a lowercase q? Is it like that? I think it is, yeah. Let's take a vote. More like G or more like Q? Let's take a vote in the comments. Because honestly, I don't know. Both of them are equally terrible. But anyway. So, oh, I got marker on myself. So, what I decided to do was that I decided to get rid of this and add this down here. Oh wait, that looks too much like it, you say. That's my design. A dot. Just get rid of this, add that, turn it into a dot. Because it turns from this to a dot to nothing. It's a very good and very good and very good. It's just a very good and very good and very good. Kind of. We got to bring out the line for R. Because the line... there is always the unspoken rule that every letter must lay on the line. Unless you were that floating. I think it was P earlier. No, it was J, I believe. I have no idea, but it was something floating earlier. Just like that R. But nobody's ever done a design that does not touch the line at all. Like, not down here at all, not here at all, but all up here. So, my design for R is this. Pretty much just do that design for an R and add a dot down here. So it kind of looks like an Egyptian exclamation point. So this is probably another one of my favorite designs. This is probably revolutionary or something. I have no idea. That's a big boy word. I might need to look up what revolutionary means. All I know is that it starts with an R. Cursive S is awesome. So I made it less awesome. Sorry. This pretty much is the exact same thing. This turns into a dot, turns to nothing, and this just moves down. It is very, very self-explanatory. There are a lot more of these that have the dot than I initially intended there to be. So, what the heck are you doing? I'm gonna go find some candy after this. I am starving. But that is exactly what is supposed to be for S. Except with the dot. I don't know if people write their lowercase cursive s's like this. Stop doing that. These are supposed to connect, I thought. And also, it's a dot. They don't connect. Another design. I'm wasting time by being silent. I need to talk. I can't just stand here and wait for a response from nobody. I need to talk. What is this movement that I'm just going to move on before I get yelled at again for embarrassing myself in the comments or something. You guys should subscribe. T is another letter that is not hard to come up with a design for. And I like the design. I could have done this, but you cannot tell me that that does not look somewhat like a scrunched up pi symbol or an I. Looks better than G, but it's something. Why did I erase that? I'm going to rewrite that. So I decided to combine the other things. This line down here and the line across here. And it gets us T. And this is a very good flow. It's like this moves down and gets straight. And then this kind of turns into whatever this twist is. It's not a bad design. It's something. Which is probably still a bad design. U, V, and W all have pretty much the exact same design and theory of a design, or the technique. That's what it's supposed to be called, I believe. So it just shrinks down. So U, which is probably my favorite design of the entire video. V. And W, which is probably my second favorite design, other than J. J and W are kind of tied. Because, like, that flow is very, very just, it's awesome. U puts the U in aura, or whatever they call it. Or whatever that quote is that I just made up. Somebody find a quote for me to say. Or whatever it is. Maybe I should just stop talking. You guys should subscribe. We just did W. We already did Y. So now it's time to move on to Z. Wait, what? You're saying that I missed X? That's a letter? I thought it was only in urban legends. Fine, I'll do X. I mean, like, it's a stupid letter. What do you want me to do for this? I can't just resize this, and I can't just resize this because it looks way too much like that. I have said that for a ton of letters, but I just like to be angry about it. I just like to make a scene. So you know what I did? I flipped it around. Go on, hate on me in the comments. Give me a new design for this. Because, like, I do not like how the flow goes like this, and then this, and then it kind of goes like this. It looks like you're trying to write a cursive W, and you're halfway through your work of cursive work, and the teacher's coming around to collect the homework. It's a stupid letter with a stupid design. But not as stupid as G. I'm not even going to bother writing it. I'm wasting my time by talking about it already. Why would I waste my time by drawing it? Finally, we're on Z. And we're bringing out the line again. Z is another letter. That's a wall. Z is another letter. Z is another letter that is hard to come up with a design for. But I like the design that I came up with. You know how a lot of my designs are like they have this. Like P and B and insert other letter here. I decided to do that with that. And honestly, this is a very, very good design. If you have any oppositions or any opposed, don't care. I'm just kidding. I love all of you. But that sounded way weird than my head. That sounded way better in my head and not out loud. This is why they say think before you speak. Kindergarteners, take note. So, in conclusion, these are my middle case letter designs. And there goes my marker. Before I end the video, I would just like to say huge shout out to Pixel. I will leave a link to his channel in the description if I haven't already said that, which I probably haven't. If he did not make a video about ranking cursive letters and also creating middle case letters for normal writing, then I would not have done that. This would not exist. You would not be watching this video right now if it weren't for Pixel. So go subscribe to his channel. Please subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, I will use my letters to write the sentence, like and subscribe. Unless I change my mind. I'm just gonna grab my marker and done. I ended up going for please subscribe. It makes me happy. If you guys couldn't read that. Pixel, if this is why you didn't create middle case cursive letters, because it would just be awful. 1, I feel you. And 2, how could you do this to me? I know you didn't do this to me, but how could you? Also, again, freedom. It's not a G. I have the freedom to write whatever I want. Because someone clearly had the freedom to write that as G. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you in the next one.